All right, hey, what's going on, guys? There's going to be some times in your life where you are going through a situation, a circumstance, and you really believed that it was for you. You believed that that person or that girl, that guy, that job, that opportunity was for you, but it just passed you by. And in fact, you had suffered through it such that you were hurt by it and you were basically led to believe certain things were to happen and it didn't happen, or you really felt that God was calling you to that thing, but it didn't happen. And what God is really doing in those times, more often than not, is that He's training you and He's readying you for something better. And it was just a step along the way. And oftentimes He will use that moment to either correct you, to redirect you, to perfect you, or whatever it is, because in that moment you had to learn something, you had to go through that for His purpose in your life. And so don't ever fret. And don't ever think that that's something that you messed up or you gave up on, or you feel like you failed because God had it for you and you just messed up. But really, what happens oftentimes is that God will allow you to go through that, and He will allow you to feel those emotions. He will allow you to see the bigger picture and the perspective. And you have to take those moments and really meditate and to really learn from it, because many of us, if we don't do that, then we're going to repeat the same mistakes. We're just going to go in circles and we won't really see God in all of that. And so if you are going through that kind of a hard time, if you're going through doubt, you're wondering what it is that God is doing in your life, and you feel like things are happening over and over and over again, or you're missing out on opportunities that God is presenting to you, oftentimes God is just trying to get your attention. He's trying to train you, to hone you, and to get you in a place where you're going to have something even better. But the problem we have is that we need to recognize God in all of it. And so whatever it is that you're going through, whatever it is that God is giving you and presenting before you, don't think of it as an absolute, a thing that God is really giving you, and believing that you are to take that. But really, it could just be a stepping stone along the way. And sometimes it's a long period. It could be a long period before you get that job that you want. It might be a long period before you get that husband or wife that you are desiring for. And so all of these things, whatever the circumstances, don't fret. A lot of us will have pity parties, we'll mope around, and we'll really get down on ourselves. But you shouldn't be doing that. Whatever opportunity passes you by, whatever failure you're going through, whatever circumstance or depressive state that you're going through, don't fret, because you want to immediately fixate on Christ. You want to get your head back up and say, Father, I believe and I have faith that you have something better. I believe and have faith that you are allowing a delay. You're allowing me to wait. You're allowing me to go through this season for whatever reason. And I trust you. And I ask you that you would cover me in your protection. You would cover me in your peace. You would cover me so that I would be right with you. I would be closer to you. And so you have to use those moments wisely, and you have to respond accordingly. Otherwise, you are going to get yourself down and in this spiral where you won't really pass those tests. And to be honest, many people, they don't really pass the test, right? And they'll have this anger issue, just like Jonah when the plant came over him. And even as he was complaining, God asked him to have a perspective check. He said to him, do you have any right to be angry, Jonah? People can't tell their left hand from their right hand. And the same thing goes for all of us. We don't have a perspective check, and we need to have a consistent perspective check so that when we go through these life circumstances, we don't get rattled by it. And you don't want to be rattled by these small things. And I don't mean to offend that situation or whatever circumstance or belittle it, but really it's a smaller thing in the grander and bigger scheme of things. And so I just wanted to encourage you guys with this, because many of us are down right now. You shouldn't be down. A lot of things are going to look up. For those that are in Christ, for those that are abiding in Him, you have nothing to fear. You have nothing to worry about. God will deliver, and He will give you what He promised you in your life. And you just have to unlock that by first seeking Him and putting your faith, your trust in Him in all things. So God bless you guys, and I'll talk to you guys very soon.